It's the dream, owning a brand new home or getting that renovation done, all within a budget that seems too good to be true. The market is flooded with affordable builds, promising incredible value. But what if that initial saving, that irresistible lower price tag, is nothing but a dangerous illusion? What if the corners cut to give you that deal are actually planting ticking time bombs within your walls, waiting to explode into a mountain of crippling repair bills, health hazards, and endless frustration? This is the shocking truth of cheap construction and the devastating bill you will pay later. This is the ultimate mega defect, a financial illusion disguised as an opportunity. Just as the alluring facade of cheap construction can hide future costs, the convenience of the internet can mask hidden vulnerabilities that cost you dearly. Without the right protection, your online life is built on shaky ground, susceptible to unseen threats that can compromise your data, privacy, and finances. That's why investing in robust digital security upfront is crucial. And for that essential peace of mind, I trust NordVPN. NordVPN acts as your digital general contractor, building an impenetrable, encrypted tunnel that shields your online activities from hackers, identity thieves, and data brokers. It protects your valuable personal information from being exploited. Beyond unparalleled security, NordVPN offers the freedom to bypass geo-restrictions, granting you secure and private access to content and services from around the globe. With thousands of lightning-fast servers and a strict no-logs policy, NordVPN ensures your digital life is both secure and efficient. Don't let hidden vulnerabilities lead to a bill you pay later online. Secure your digital foundation today and use code MEGADEFECT for up to 73% off plus 3 extra months. In a competitive market, a lower price tag is an irresistible siren song. For builders, cutting corners means higher profit and faster turnover. For buyers, it represents an achievable dream. This creates a cycle where demand for cheap outweighs demand for quality. Developers chase the lowest bid. Tradesmen are pressured to work faster with less experience, and materials are systematically swapped for cheaper alternatives. The primary goal shifts from durability to simply getting the structure up, passing minimal inspection, and selling it off before the hidden flaws begin to surface. This playbook relies on inferior materials, thinner drywall, lower-grade lumber, cheaper plumbing, combined with rushed labor, leading to skipped steps like improper concrete curing or sloppy flashing. The true cost is deferred, but always paid, and usually by the unsuspecting homeowner. The most devastating cost-cutting happens where you can't see it. The foundation and structural skeleton builders save money by using shallow footings that aren't designed for frost heave or shifting soil. They skimp on rebar or steel reinforcement in the concrete, virtually guaranteeing that foundation cracking, the ultimate structural Achilles heel, is inevitable. Another common and destructive shortcut is inadequate soil preparation or compaction. Building on uncompacted, fill dirt guarantees eventual settlement and structural distress throughout the entire house. When a foundation fails, the repair cost easily dwarfs the initial savings by a factor of 10 or more. Structural repair, involving lifting the house, injecting specialized concrete, or installing pilings, can range from $20,000 to well over $300,000, all because a few thousand were saved on the initial, absolutely critical groundwork. It's a foundational mega defect that undermines everything built above it. The inevitable consequence of cheap construction is system failure. Water intrusion begins immediately. Cheap windows, improperly installed flashing, and porous sealants create pathways for water. Hidden behind the drywall are the electrical and plumbing bombs. Rushed wiring, done by cheap, unqualified labor, leads to poor connections and increased risk of fire. Cheap plumbing components, from low-grade PEX tubing to PVC with improper glues, are ticking time bombs for catastrophic leaks and subsequent water damage, often years before their expected lifespan. These failures are hidden meticulously behind the drywall, requiring invasive and incredibly expensive demolition simply to diagnose and fix. The small saving on the initial labor quote results in a disproportionate, destructive final repair bill, representing a critical mega defect in the very lifelines of your home. These relentless corner cuts lead to a perpetual bleeding of your finances. The house actively fights against efficiency. Compounding this, The unsealed envelope creates ideal conditions for condensation within wall cavities, which accelerates mold growth and rot. Furthermore, cheap construction often leaves your home vulnerable to pest invasions. When foundations aren't properly sealed, or when utility penetrations are not correctly caulked, you create irresistible entry points for termites, rodents, and insects, leading to massive extermination and repair bills that could have been avoided with a few dollars spent on proper sealing. These hidden recurring costs, utilities, mold remediation, pest control, quickly exceed the amount you initially saved. The cumulative effect of these relentless corner cuts is profound financial and personal devastation. The escalating repair bills quickly exceed the amount saved up front. Beyond the direct repair costs, cheap construction leads to diminished home value. Astute buyers and thorough home inspectors quickly spot the telltale signs of systemic failure. The water damage, the settling cracks, the persistent drafts. The home becomes a liability that costs money to sell, or worse, becomes unsellable. The financial and emotional toll of living in a perpetually failing home, constantly battling its defects, is immense. The health consequences from chronic mold exposure and poor indoor air quality, leading to medical bills and chronic illness, become the final, most shocking payment for cheap construction. The initial allure of affordability transforms into a financial trap, a health hazard, and a source of unending stress. The allure of cheap construction is a dangerous systemic illusion. It's a pervasive mega defect, driven by short-sighted financial incentives that ultimately burdens the unsuspecting homeowner with hidden costs, endless repairs, and a rapidly depreciating asset. True value in a home comes not from a low initial price, but from quality materials, skilled labor, meticulous craftsmanship, and unwavering adherence to sound building science. An investment that pays dividends in longevity, comfort, energy efficiency, and genuine peace of mind. Never fall for the promise of a cheap build, because the bill always comes, and when it does, it's far more shocking and far more expensive than you ever imagined. Have you ever bought into cheap construction and regretted it? What hidden costs did you uncover? Share your cautionary tales in the comments below. If this expose on the true price of construction shortcuts resonated, hit that like button, share this video to warn others, and make sure to subscribe to Mega Defect for more in-depth investigations into the flaws beneath the surface of our modern world.